Welcome back to Zen Mind Peaceful Life, your sanctuary for deep cosmic wisdom and mindful living. Today, I'm speaking directly to all the incredible Geminis out there, because what I'm about to share could literally change the course of your life between May 27th and May 30th. Now, I know Gemini is known for being curious, adaptable, and quick-witted, but right now, those very traits could put you at risk if you're not careful. There's a unique astrological storm brewing that creates a kind of cosmic pressure cooker. And if you miss these crucial signs, you might find yourself stuck in frustrating cycles, unable to break free. But don't worry, this isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. Understanding these subtle cosmic shifts means you can navigate through them with grace and clarity. And that's exactly what I'll help you do. If you want to unlock the full potential of this powerful window and avoid 3 deadly mistakes that could hold you back forever, stay with me until the end. And hey, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Here on Zen Mind Peaceful Life, we dive deep into astrology and mindful living to help you create a calm, purposeful life, one cosmic insight at a time. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Hey, Gemini friends, I want you to really lean in here because what's coming up between May 27th and 30th isn't your typical horoscope fluff. This is a moment where the universe is shining a spotlight on some parts of you that, if left unchecked, could trap you in cycles of frustration and confusion. But here's the thing, these challenges don't come to punish you. They're an invitation to grow, to see yourself more clearly, and to step into your true power. Geminis are naturally curious creatures, endlessly fascinated by new ideas, connections, and conversations. Your mind is like a lightning bolt, fast, brilliant, and always moving. But during this specific window, that rapid-fire thinking can become a double-edged sword. Imagine your mind as a radio constantly switching channels. Normally, that keeps you entertained and informed, but right now, it might just overwhelm you with static. You may find yourself distracted, jumping from one thought or task to another without ever really landing on what matters most. It's tempting to push harder, to cram more into your day because you thrive on variety and stimulation. But this is exactly where the risk lies. When your mind is overloaded, your inner voice, that quiet, intuitive nudge, often gets drowned out. It's easy to ignore that small but powerful whisper inside that knows what you truly need. Think about a time when you brushed off a gut feeling because you thought you were too busy or the idea seemed too small to matter. Maybe you hesitated to say no to a project or a social invite because it felt easier to just go along with the flow. In those moments, you might have felt a subtle unease, like something wasn't quite right. That unease is your intuition trying to guide you back to balance. Ignoring it now, especially between May 27th and 30th, risks leading you into decisions that don't serve your highest good. There's a beautiful psychological truth here. Our minds love certainty, even if it's uncomfortable. When Gemini's restless energy is swirling, the mind tries to create control through constant mental activity, sometimes to the point of exhaustion. This pattern can create cognitive dissonance, that uncomfortable mental tug-of-war when your actions don't align with your inner truth. It's no wonder you might feel stuck or frustrated. The remedy lies in slowing down just enough to reconnect with yourself. A simple practice you can start today is to pause for 5 minutes each morning and evening. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and ask yourself what you really need or what you're trying to avoid. Journaling your honest answers, without judgment, can reveal powerful insights and gradually restore your trust in that inner voice. Another common trap for Geminis during this time is the urge to overcommit. Your natural enthusiasm means you're always ready to say yes to exciting opportunities, new friendships, or fresh ideas. But when everything demands your attention at once, your energy gets stretched so thin that nothing gets your full focus. Have you ever felt completely drained after a day packed with meetings, messages, and multitasking? That feeling isn't just tiredness, it's decision fatigue setting in, where your brain's ability to make clear, intentional choices starts to crumble. This isn't just astrology, psychology tells us that constantly juggling too many commitments overloads our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning and self-control. When this happens, your mind becomes more impulsive and less able to prioritize what truly matters. So instead of feeling energized by your variety, you end up feeling scattered and stuck in a loop of half-finished projects and unmet goals. Here's a real-life approach that's worked wonders for many Geminis. Practice conscious prioritization by narrowing your focus to just 3 main goals for this period. It's not about limiting your spirit or creativity. It's about giving yourself permission to be deeply present with what matters most. This focused energy is far more powerful than spreading yourself thin over 10 different things. You can even write these goals down on sticky notes and place them somewhere visible to remind yourself daily. When temptation arises to say yes to new distractions, gently bring your attention back to those core priorities. Avoiding difficult conversations is another pitfall that's particularly tempting when the stars are aligned like this. It's natural to want to keep the peace, especially when your social nature craves harmony. But sidestepping conflict rarely leads to true peace. Instead, it often builds emotional blocks that weigh on your mental health and create distance in important relationships. You might find yourself replaying scenarios in your mind or feeling a vague sense of tension you can't explain. Emotional avoidance can feel safe in the short term, but it's like putting a bandage on a wound that needs proper care. The psychological cost grows silently, affecting your well-being and ability to move forward. Facing these conversations with honesty and kindness isn't easy, but it's a profound act of self-respect. One way to start is by framing your feelings with "I feel" statements. For example, "I feel overwhelmed when we don't talk about what's really bothering me," opens space for genuine dialogue without blame. Remember, vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness, especially for Geminis who thrive on connection. Underneath all of this is the cosmic energy shaping these challenges. Mercury, your ruling planet, is known for its swift, sometimes mercurial influence on communication and thought patterns. During this time, its energy can feel heightened or erratic, amplifying Gemini's natural tendencies toward mental restlessness. The moon's phases also play a role, stirring emotions that might otherwise stay under the surface. Together, these energies create a pressure cooker that asks you to slow down, listen more closely to yourself, and make mindful choices. The beauty in all of this is that you're not powerless. Awareness is the first step toward change. As you begin to notice these patterns, you'll start catching yourself before slipping into old habits. You'll find moments to pause instead of rushing, to say no instead of overcommitting, and to speak your truth instead of avoiding difficult talks. These aren't small shifts, they're the keys to unlocking your freedom and growth during this intense period. And here's a practical tip to keep close. Every evening, take a moment to reflect on your day. Ask yourself what you noticed about your energy, your decisions, and your feelings. Were you honoring your inner voice? Did you spread yourself too thin? Did you hold back from saying what you needed? These questions aren't about judgment but about building self-awareness that fuels your next day's intentions. Remember, Gemini, your mind is a powerful tool, a tool that can either keep you trapped in cycles or set you free. These few days from May 27th to 30th are your chance to choose freedom. As we move deeper into this unique moment for Geminis, it's important to understand the cosmic forces at play and how they influence your daily life. This period from May 27th to 30th is marked by powerful planetary alignments that can feel like invisible currents tugging you in different directions. Mercury, your ruling planet, is especially active, stirring up communication, thoughts, and the way you process the world around you. When Mercury's energy is heightened, it's as if your mind is a spinning carousel, exhilarating but dizzying if you don't learn to slow it down. The moon, shifting through its phases, also colors your emotional landscape, bringing feelings to the surface that may have been quietly simmering below. It's like standing in a spotlight where both your thoughts and emotions are magnified. Recognizing these energies helps you navigate the days ahead more mindfully. You might notice your thoughts racing faster than usual or feelings bubbling up unexpectedly. It's natural to want to resist these sensations or push through them with your usual Gemini agility. But the invitation here is to lean into awareness instead. Take a moment to observe your mind and heart without judgment. Imagine yourself as a calm observer watching a river flow. You don't need to stop the current, just notice where it carries you. One practical way to manage this is to create small daily rituals that ground you amid the cosmic energy. It could be as simple as starting your day with deep breathing exercises or journaling your thoughts to clear mental clutter. This helps to anchor your restless energy and give you clarity on what truly matters. When your mind feels overwhelmed by noise, these moments of stillness become your refuge. Communication is one of Gemini's greatest strengths and, ironically, a potential weakness during this time. You thrive on exchanging ideas, connecting with others, and expressing yourself in creative ways. However, when Mercury's influence stirs up confusion or miscommunication, your words might get tangled or your messages misunderstood. This can lead to frustration, especially if you're trying to resolve conflicts or make important decisions. The key is to slow down your speech and be deliberate with your words. Instead of rushing through conversations, pause to ensure your message is clear and that you're truly hearing the other person. Try to approach communication with an open heart and curiosity. Ask questions rather than jumping to conclusions. This subtle shift can transform potentially tense interactions into opportunities for deeper understanding. If you find yourself feeling defensive or overwhelmed, remind yourself that the energy is temporary and that patience is your ally. Emotionally, this week might feel like a roller coaster. The moon's phases can stir feelings that you usually keep under wraps. Perhaps you feel more sensitive to criticism or more nostalgic than usual. This heightened emotionality is not a sign of weakness but a natural response to the energetic shifts. It's important to honor these feelings rather than suppress them. Allow yourself to experience the full spectrum of emotions, even the uncomfortable ones. Journaling can be a powerful tool here, giving you a safe space to explore your inner world without fear of judgment. You might also find comfort in creative outlets. Gemini's inherent curiosity makes artistic expression, music, or writing especially healing during times of emotional intensity. These activities not only channel your feelings but also bring you closer to your authentic self. No one is an island, and knowing who can support you during these intense days is crucial. Certain zodiac signs can offer grounding, perspective, and balance to your energetic whirlwind. For instance, Virgo's practical, detail-oriented nature can help you stay organized and focused when your mind feels scattered. Sagittarius's optimistic, big-picture outlook can inspire you to see beyond current challenges and keep faith in your journey. Leaning on friends or loved ones with these complementary energies can create a support system that buffers you from feeling overwhelmed. Even if you're not deeply familiar with astrology, tuning into the people around you who bring calm and clarity can make a huge difference. Don't hesitate to ask for help or simply share what you're experiencing. Sometimes, just being heard is enough to lighten the load. The stakes feel high right now because these few days hold the potential to either keep you stuck or launch you forward. It's like standing at a crossroads where the decisions you make ripple far beyond the immediate moment. The cost of ignoring these cosmic nudges is more than just frustration. It can mean years of repeating the same unproductive patterns. Feeling trapped by indecision or emotional blocks. Yet, this moment also carries incredible opportunity. The discomfort you feel is the soil from which growth emerges. By consciously choosing to face these challenges, you're planting seeds for lasting change. This requires courage and a willingness to slow down and listen deeply to yourself and the universe. One way to embrace this growth is to reframe setbacks as learning moments. If you find yourself slipping into old habits or making mistakes, resist the urge to beat yourself up. Instead, ask what this experience is teaching you. Maybe it's a lesson in boundaries, patience, or self-trust. Writing these reflections down can help transform pain into wisdom. You might find it helpful to create a growth journal during this period. Each day, note any insights, emotional shifts, or decisions that felt challenging but important. Over time, you'll see patterns emerge, revealing your evolving relationship with yourself and your path forward. Ultimately, this week is about reclaiming your power through awareness and intentional action. It's about learning to dance with the cosmic rhythm rather than resisting it. When you do, the universe supports you in ways you might not expect. As we continue exploring this pivotal moment for Geminis, it's essential to tune into how your unique strengths can become your greatest allies. Especially when navigating the complex energies swirling around you right now. You've probably noticed how change can be uncomfortable, even when it's clearly necessary. The mind resists uncertainty. But your adaptability, curiosity, and restless spirit are gifts designed precisely for times like these. Imagine a friend who thrives on variety and new experiences, yet sometimes feels overwhelmed by all the possibilities. That's classic Gemini energy, vibrant, restless, and always reaching for the next spark. But between May 27th and 30th, this same energy might tempt you to rush through decisions or skip crucial details, eager to move on to the next exciting thing. If you can learn to harness this adaptability rather than letting it scatter you, you'll discover an incredible power to navigate challenges with fluid grace. One of the most effective ways to harness this is through intentional journaling. Rather than letting your thoughts spin endlessly, set aside time each day to write down your fears, hopes, and ideas. Don't censor yourself. Let your pen flow freely, as if you're having a conversation with your future self. This process helps you externalize internal chaos and turn it into clarity. It also allows you to spot recurring patterns that may be holding you back or steering you off course. Another way to channel your restless energy is through grounding practices. It might sound simple, but spending time in nature, taking a mindful walk, or practicing slow, deliberate breathwork can reconnect your scattered thoughts to a centered sense of calm. These moments don't erase your challenges, but they create a container where your mind can settle long enough to hear that inner wisdom whispering solutions. Support from others is often underestimated in times of change. You might feel the urge to handle everything solo. After all, Gemini independence is strong. But reaching out for support isn't a sign of weakness, it's a smart strategy. Surrounding yourself with people who understand your energy can provide fresh perspectives and emotional balance. Someone with a grounded, practical approach can help you prioritize when everything feels urgent. Another friend with an optimistic, adventurous spirit can remind you that not every risk is a threat, some are opportunities in disguise. This support system doesn't have to be formal or constant. Even a quick conversation or message can remind you that you're not alone in this. You might find it helpful to create a small accountability circle, a handful of trusted people who can check in on your progress and hold you gently accountable to your intentions. The stakes feel high because the decisions you make now will ripple through your life far beyond this week. It's tempting to delay or ignore these internal nudges, hoping the pressure will ease. But that path often leads to repeating the same frustrating patterns. Being stuck isn't just about external circumstances, it's about how your mind and emotions are caught in loops of indecision, fear, or avoidance. The good news is that breaking free starts with small, conscious choices. When you feel overwhelmed, pause. Ask yourself what's the smallest next step you can take toward clarity or action. It might be as simple as sending a message you've been putting off, setting a boundary with someone, or choosing to rest instead of pushing harder. These seemingly minor decisions accumulate and create momentum for larger shifts. Sometimes growth feels like a slow burn, frustrating and uncertain, but it's often in those quiet, consistent actions where transformation happens. Give yourself permission to move at your own pace. If you slip up or revert to old habits, practice kindness toward yourself. The journey is rarely linear, and every setback carries the seeds of new understanding. Reflecting on these moments can deepen your self-awareness and resilience. Keeping a growth journal during this time can be a game changer. Each evening, write about what you experienced, what choices you made, and how you felt. Over days, you'll see patterns and progress emerge. This not only builds confidence but also reinforces your commitment to conscious living. Ultimately, these days are about reclaiming your personal power through mindful awareness and intentional action. It's about learning to flow with the cosmic rhythms rather than fighting them. When you embrace this, the universe often surprises you with opportunities and insights that seem to come out of nowhere. This is the dance of life, the push and pull of control and surrender, clarity and mystery. And Gemini, your spirit is uniquely designed to navigate this dance with curiosity and courage. So take a deep breath, trust your inner voice, and step forward with the grace only you can bring. As we approach the final part of this journey, it's time to zoom in on how to tailor each day from May 27th through the 30th. Using the unique energy of each moment to not just survive but truly thrive. These days are not identical, they each carry a different cosmic signature, and understanding that can make all the difference in how you approach challenges or opportunities that arise. Imagine waking up on the 27th with a restless energy that feels like your mind is on a fast-forward setting. The temptation is to race ahead, juggling all the ideas swirling in your head. But the stars advise something different. This day calls for slowing down and focusing. Think of it as tuning a radio to catch the clearest signal among the static. Practical steps might include setting clear priorities. Even if it means saying no to good things to make room for what truly matters. Scheduling short breaks to breathe and reflect throughout the day can prevent overwhelm from creeping in unnoticed. As Gemini, you're wired for multitasking, but giving your mind these small rests allows your best ideas to emerge with clarity. By the 28th, communication becomes a crucial theme. Whether it's a work email, a conversation with a loved one, or even a social media interaction, this day rewards thoughtfulness. Hastily spoken words or impulsive reactions can lead to misunderstandings that linger longer than you want. One way to stay grounded is to pause before responding, especially in emotionally charged moments. Practice active listening, really tuning into what the other person is saying. And respond with intention. This isn't about suppressing your truth, but about choosing your words so they build bridges rather than walls. You might find that by adopting this mindful communication, you deepen relationships and clear up confusion that has been weighing you down. The 29th invites you to lean into your emotional landscape. Feelings might rise to the surface more vividly. And that's okay. You don't need to have all the answers or solutions right now. Instead, this day asks for acceptance, an acknowledgement that emotions are messengers, not enemies. Creative outlets can be incredibly healing here. Maybe you pick up a paintbrush, journal your thoughts, or lose yourself in music. These acts are not distractions but powerful ways to process and transform what you're feeling. If emotions feel intense, grounding techniques like walking barefoot on grass or gentle yoga can bring you back to your center. Finally, on the 30th, the focus shifts toward reflection and intention setting. This is the perfect day to look back on what you've experienced over these days and to commit to the lessons learned. Write a letter to yourself, one filled with compassion, encouragement, and clear intentions for how you want to move forward. This practice helps to seal your growth and provides a touchstone to return to when old patterns try to pull you back. What's truly powerful about this entire week is that it's not just about avoiding mistakes, it's about consciously choosing growth. You're invited to meet your fears with courage, your doubts with curiosity, and your restlessness with grounded intention. This conscious awareness is the real magic, transforming what might feel like chaos into a deeply personal transformation. Throughout these days, remember that your journey is unique. There's no perfect way to navigate this cosmic energy, only the way that honors your authentic self. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories and approach setbacks with kindness. Every step forward is progress. As you move beyond May 30th, carry with you the wisdom that change is always possible. Especially when you align your mind, heart, and spirit. Trust that the universe supports you, even in moments of uncertainty. Your adaptability as a Gemini is your superpower, a gift that allows you to reinvent yourself and your path with each new day. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you how much your presence here means to this community. If you found these insights helpful, empowering, or even just comforting, please take a moment to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life if you haven't yet. Hit the like button and share this video with someone you know who might need this guidance right now. Your support helps keep this space alive and growing, a place where we can all find peace and clarity together. Drop a comment below sharing which part of this journey resonated most with you, or any experiences you've had during these days. I love hearing your stories and learning from your unique perspectives. Remember, you're never alone on this path. Thank you for trusting me to guide you through this cosmic window. Keep your mind calm, your heart open, and your spirit free. Until next time. This is Zen Mind Peaceful Life wishing you peace, growth, and celestial clarity.